Today I'm going to tell you about a guy, let's call him Attacker. Now, Attacker attacked guys, and I have a certain memory of being in the military when people say, someone around me says that it's impossible that I was in the military. And because it's in a time frame that I don't believe either of us has a full grasp on. I remember being in the military. I don't know how that's not just a known thing. I was very hoorah, and I honestly, if it's a different life, if it's the same life but a different reincarnation, I honestly don't know. But I do remember the time where I was honestly on battlefields, and I remember capturing enemies, and I don't know. I don't see how there's no record of that. I don't see how there's, but so far in my life I have received no reward from any of this time, and so it leaves me to pretend that there was no time spent doing those things. I have to, because it would be big to claim that these things happened when I have no retroactive. So I have to imagine it's like the multiverse or something like that, even though others would call it just paranoid, or not even paranoid, just delusions. I don't see them that way. I see my memories as facts for me as a person, a soul, whether I have gone through this life in a different way before, or whether I have lived this life many a times, does not matter to me. I am still the same person, and I remember what I remember from either these other incarnations or my actual very factual past. And it bugs me to no end that there is some disqualifiers to my memories, like just people that would disqualify them straight out the bat. But I did not keep a record. I have not kept a record of my life very avidly throughout, and so memory is just memory. Past is barely even past, not even considered to be one by many, even though I feel like I've survived 1,000 global events, and like I saved a senator. That's one that I remember. How is that not known? I don't know. I was very joking around, but I did. And I keep getting put in psych wards because I guess my stories are not even heard stories. They just assume that my behavior is off, even though it's not that off. And I get put in a psych ward. And sometimes people file paperwork that was made within the psych ward, and they give it to police, and they think that's a pickup order, even though it's not. So we're in Troubleville when it comes to stuff like that, even though I'm not supposed to be able to get in Troubleville. There's literally reasons for that. And here I am, stuck in this world where I have zero access to funds that I feel that I've earned, whether multiversal or not. And I'm behind a wall where I have memories and people that I've lost in life from moving on from the military. And that feels true to me. That feels like it's real. And it sucks that my dad does not think that they are real, these memories. I remember joining Rushed. I remember someone following me in. I remember that someone being a bad person connected to a gang from Mount Pleasant. I remember that gang got very big over the years. I remember a lot. I remember me fighting the head of the organization that was the human trafficking organization that used children with guns in order to stop the man from being arrested. And I remember fighting against that in my youth. I remember getting stabbed with needles in my youth because I walked down the street during one of their occupational times. And even recently, the town won a White Rhino Award, which if you don't know what that is, well, I believe it's the White Rhino Award that we won and turned down. And it's for occupation times of, surviving. Because I myself have survived quite a bit. It's absolute madness what my life has been. Thank you. This is Vlog 2, Jacob Parnell.